and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be reacting and recreating some TikTok art hacks. So to be completely honest with you guys, I had to go searching for these because in my TikTok I usually don't watch anything art related. I do follow a few artists that I do watch their content, but it's not a platform where I look for art. That's what I do on YouTube and Instagram, and on TikTok, I just want something completely different. So I had to go searching for these things, and it was pretty hard to find actual art hacks. A lot of people use the hashtag without it being a hack or it being like a tip instead of a hack. It's more like how to draw heads or how to draw hands, and even though those are very useful, they were not what I was looking for, so it did take me a while to get these, and I collected about 5 or 6 of these that we're going to be watching today, and we're going to be trying to recreate them. So let's watch the TikToks. Also, disclaimer, I look like shit. I have a giant headache, and I'm just looking at myself on the screen, and I look like shit, so don't worry. Everything is fine. I just have a really bad headache, and we still have a video to put out, so we're doing the filming today. So yeah, plus the image is also going to be grainy. I don't know why it's always grainy when I film like front camera, but that's just how it is. So first art hack is a digital art hack. It's supposed to help you determine where something is painted, like in what layer of your piece something is painted. So let's just watch it.
Damn. Damn. Damn!
Okay, so this hack seems to be really useful. I do think that if you've ever used like any digital medium, you know that sometimes streaks happen, or sometimes you find just this random dot or this random color or something that is not supposed to be there, and it takes you ages to find out in what layer that thing is located. And if this works, it's gonna be really useful, and I'm gonna be really happy. So let's go check this out. Okay, so for this hack, I got an old painting I did, and I added this smiley face. I know in exact what layer this is, but I want to test this theory out. So let's go for it. So we have to go here, and then preferences, gesture controls, layer select, and then the little square plus touch, and it should invoke that thing. Now I am filming with one of my hands, as you can see, so I'm gonna try and do this with only one hand. So touch it, and then you do this, and it tells you what layer that is in. So if I do this and then this, it takes me to layer 14. And then all you have to do is erase. So if now I want to erase her cheek, I can just come here and erase her cheek. So it's pretty much automatic. Once you choose that, you're selecting the layer where that thing is, and you can just go in and erase it. So that being said, that's fucking amazing. I really like that. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I notice something I don't like, I don't know, imagine I didn't want this here, and then I don't know where I put it, because sometimes I'm just a bit messy, or you find just a random blob of whatever, of colors somewhere. So I do find this is gonna be hella useful. So second one is an acrylic painting tip, so let's check it out. Okay, so here's the thing, right? If this is actually real, and if this actually works, it's gonna be amazing, because the thing is, I don't usually use acrylic paint because I don't think it's opaque enough. It's usually very liquidy, very runny. You usually have to put 1, 2, 3 layers of color before it actually like forms correctly. And in some circumstances, you can actually use that to your advantage, like I did on some of my Christmas videos where I used it. And I still have this here, but it's this like Santa Claus. It was really useful for the cheeks and for the beard to create shadows. The fact that it's not very opaque. It's not something I usually like, and that's one of the reasons why I really like gouache, the opaqueness of the paint and the matte finish. So if this really works, right, maybe it's a game changer, but let's test it out and see. Like, we're not losing anything by seeing if it works or not. So let's go test it out. So I got some scrap paper here, and I'm going to swatch some acrylic paints. Take some acrylic paint and just check out to see if it's like one of those streaky paints or not. I think it is, but you know, yep, definitely one of them streaky paints. Okay, so it technically tells you to like add some gesso to this. I have my gesso right here, and I'm going to be taking a bit of gesso out to use. Okay, I don't want to go in with my brush, so I'm just gonna swoosh some gesso in there. So let's mix it in with the paint. Okay, it does make it lighter, but the video did say that it was going to make it lighter, but it's also supposed to thicken it. So you have no quantities, no indication of anything, so let's just try this out. Okay, girl, what? This is so much better. It does leave it a lot matter, so I do think they mentioned that. It looks so good. It's so much more opaque. Let me try with just a little bit more paint, and then that's a lot. Oopsie. I'm gonna add like all of this gesso because I've already put it here, so I'm gonna add a lot of gesso to see if it's like the more you put in, the more opaque it becomes or not. So even oh my god, that's so good. What? Like, if you have a streaky paint and you're still going to like, and you want to lighten it also, that's really good. And it becomes just a thicker paint. It's still very much like, and this is afterwards. Like, this one works 1000%, it works. It's just the lightening of it. I do know you have white gesso and black gesso, so you can definitely work with those if you have them laying around. But it's pretty nice. I'm really happy with this. I'm gonna start like using this. 100% love this one. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So next up we have another digital art hack. I don't know, let's see.
Quick art tip. Using reference to fill colors faster. Most people either outline or use the lasso tool to fill flat colors, but it's so much easier to just go to the line art layer and select reference. Drop hands. Swag.
So if this works, I might be an idiot, right? I never really understood why it says reference on the layers types. But if this works, this would be really useful, right? So I'm the idiot that usually does the whole painting it by hand. So what I usually do is like I'll block out the outline and then I'll just drop the color in. Now if this works, if this genuinely works, it's just gonna save me a lot of time. But I'm gonna feel like an idiot. So stay tuned to see if this is an idiot. So let's test this out, shall we? I have this sketch here. It's from a coloring page of mine. And I would typically just, you know, color it in as they say in the fucking TikTok. I'm gonna try and do the thing they said. So we have to go onto the layers and we select the layer where the line art is and we select reference. So now technically I should, like, I don't understand. Am I, like, I should be able to like, no? So, upon further inspection, you're supposed to drag and drop it, so let's see if that does anything. I'm gonna select the layer where I was painting on, and... oh my god, it works! What? That's dope! I mean, it doesn't work if the line art is badly connected, which is fine, but it works! Are you kidding me? It's really interesting. I didn't know this. I was the dumbass that decided that I was gonna paint it by hand and would do like the outline and then drop it. But now I just have to drop it. Okay, this is really nice. It does depend on you having a layer, but it's still a pretty nice like little cheat code. I'm gonna admit, this is a pretty useful TikTok. I loved it. So next up, we have a TikTok that basically tells you how to fix your old rigid brushes. And I don't know what it is about like artists, but we tend to keep like these paintbrushes. I don't know, is it the hope that one day we'll figure out how to fix them, or I genuinely don't know. Let's see what she says.
You are going to love me for this. So I have a bunch of paintbrushes. I use them all the time, but I never wash them after. So I have a lot of things like this. All you need is rubbing alcohol and then pour in a bowl. Look at this, it's completely hard. And then you just go in here and you rub it around for a while. Look, look, brand new. Look, it's soft now.
So, if this works, I feel like I'm saying that in every single one of these, but if this works, that's actually pretty cool. Now, here's the thing. I don't have rubbing alcohol. I have regular alcohol. Is there a difference? I really don't know. I have regular alcohol, but I also have acetone. So I do feel like I can try this out with both of these to see if, like, first if alcohol works and if it doesn't, if acetone works. Because I have pure acetone. I don't think it's as quickly as this TikTok says. If this fixes my old brushes, that's pretty cool, but I don't know if this is gonna work. I kind of think it's a gimmick, but I guess we'll try it out. So this hack entitles really used up brushes with hardened brushes with paint, and this one is with varnish. I'm gonna try it with alcohol, and then I'm gonna try it out with pure acetone to see if either of them saves it, because I really like this brush a lot, and I thought I cleaned it last time I used varnish. I'm pretty sure I did, but maybe I missed this one, or I badly cleaned it, or I don't know what happened. So we're gonna test it out. So I have this lid and our trusty alcohol, and I'm going to be trying this out. So add some alcohol to the lid. This is really tough and it's filled with acrylic paint, so let us see. She said to just rub, or just scrub, and it should come off. So you do start to see a little bit of pigment coming off, and I do feel the bristles softening in the tip of it. It might just be me just scrubbing so hard that pieces of it are coming off, but you can definitely tell that there is some paint coming off. So it is getting a little bit softer on the tips, and some of the paint is kind of flaking off. But it's not dissolving as we saw it on the TikTok, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go. I'm gonna keep doing it though. So here's the thing, right? It's not really working, and I feel like it's ruining my paintbrush underneath. With an up-close view, you can tell that it's becoming really nasty. I think it's doing more damage than really saving it, but it is a ruined pencil, ruined brush, so I think I'm gonna keep on trying it out. This is not working. I don't think I'm gonna keep doing this. This is just not working. I'm gonna try it on a different brush. I do think it's the same paint, but maybe this one might be a bit softer. So definitely not working. 0 out of 10 for me. I'm going to try this out though with the acetone. Gonna try it out with this one because this one is the one I want to save. It's opening up. Oh my god, it's opening up, it's working. Which isn't surprising because I'm using acetone to remove varnish, so this is expectable. I think it's actually done. So yeah, it's so soft. See? So I want to try this out with the smaller brushes. I'm gonna add this here and see if it works with the smaller brushes. I wanted it on the other cup for the big brush because it was going to be too big for the small container. I'm gonna keep the brushes in here for a little while and for just a minute or two, and then I'll start, trying to remove the paint. So I'm happy to report that all the brushes are back to work. They all regained their fluffiness. Some are cleaner than others, and my hands, as you can see, are dirty as hell. So is the acetone I use. This is definitely not a clean way of doing this. This is gonna be messy and disgusting. But to be honest with you, it was effective. The acetone was effective. So I guess I'll give this hack a 5 out of 10 just because the concept idea is good, even though it's not alcohol that you're supposed to be using, but acetone instead. So I would definitely advise you to give it a try. Keep in mind, this took me a while. I've been recording for a really long time now, and this took me about 10 minutes of just scraping with brushes. So do keep that in mind. It's gonna take you a little bit, but it is looking pretty nice. So I guess that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them, so yeah. So lastly but not least, we have one last TikTok. The thing with this TikTok is it has a collection of hacks in this. I think it's 3 or 4 hacks. I'm only gonna use the second hack. I'm gonna go through the video until I find the right hack. Just because the first hack is a mystery clean sponge, so that's what you need. I don't have that available to me. So I'm just gonna try the middle one because I do think the middle one is the one that interests me the most. Okay, so let's look at this. This is for traditional art, by the way.
Art hacks that I wish somebody told me earlier. I was always told watercolor is permanent. If you mess up, you can't fix it. Well, guess what? You can. Another one, when the vibrant river of my Copic marker ran dry, I thought I had to get a new cartridge. Apparently not, just dump hand sanitizer on it, and it's good as new. I wish I knew this sooner.
Okay, so the Copic marker one. I was really intrigued by this because I have a small collection of markers. I got these a while back, like about 4 years ago, and I killed them, most of them. I used them so much in the beginning that I barely have any colors left. That's why I don't use them as much anymore. I just don't have many color options anymore. And if this really works, it's gonna be really nice. I know that in theory it should work, and this one is the one I think is gonna work the most because alcohol markers are made of alcohol. So if you add alcohol to them, it should reactivate the leftover ink, right? That's in the cartridge. And so it should, technically, theoretically, work. Gonna be pretty useful, I guess. I don't know if it's gonna like last very long, but it should help you on a pinch if it works. So I don't know, let's go see if it works. So to try out the Copic alcohol hack, I have a Copic sketch and an Ohuhu marker. They're both alcohol-based markers, and I'm gonna show you how they color in right now. Mind you, these are just the first streaky ones that I got. I have a lot of them dried out, and if this works, it's gonna be interesting. So this is how the red colors in, okay? And this is how the chisel tip colors in. Here is the blue. Yep, that is the blue chisel tip. I do think the brush does a little bit better. Yep, but not too much. Plus the brush is dying on me. I think it's actually coming apart. So I don't have hand sanitizer on me right now. I cannot for the life of me know where I put it. But I do have like just regular alcohol, so I'm gonna try it out with regular alcohol. So I'm gonna add a drop or two, okay? And we're gonna see. Okay. It's not magical, but it's definitely giving me a better, sense of it. Mind you, my marker is falling apart. But I'm gonna try this on the chisel tip to see how it works there. I'm gonna try and make it just go onto the chisel tip. How you'd refill these Copics, You'd refill the Copics like this. Okay, something is coming out of the tip, but the rest of the marker is just making those really annoying sounds that I hate. I don't know. Let me try this out with the Ohuhus, okay? Alcohol. Maybe it really has to be gel. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my god, it's painting. It's actually coloring in pretty well, look. Okay, not fantastically well, but this side here is coloring it actually relatively nicely. But again, you're still fighting for it, and the color is a lot lighter. As you can see, this is the original color, and it does match the caps. Like, this was actually the original color, and it makes it a lot lighter. So I don't know about this one, but it's definitely like giving me a little bit more. So if you're in a pinch and you just have to finish like a little spot and you can't make your marker finish it for some reason, my dudes, this is actually, what? Mind you, this is how the tip was when I first painted. So I think by adding it on this side, I might have transported it to this side as well. So since this marker is basically dying on me, I'm gonna try and do something. I'm gonna pull this out. Okay. And I'm gonna add some alcohol inside here. Because I do know, like, you fill them up with their alcohol, like, mixture with the color and everything. So I'm just gonna add regular alcohol. I'm gonna add this thing back in here. And now, whoa! What? Oh my god! What the hell? It looks so good! Are you seeing this? Oh my god, look! And it's blending even better than the original marker did! No, you're fucking kidding me. This looks so good. I'm so impressed. I'm so surprised. I'm really surprised. I really like guys, like this was how it was in the beginning. This is how it is right now. It's perfect. It is running out, and that is definitely what I'm trying to make happen, is to see if like does it run out really quickly. So it is starting to run out. But if you're in a pinch, let me try this out with the Copic. I don't want to ruin the Copic ones, but I'm really curious right now, so. Not doing it for me, my sweets. Wow. Okay, I like just compare the payoff. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Plus, this is probably allowing you to like truly experience the fullness of the pen. Like if there's still ink in the cartridges, like you can probably still use. This is how you do it. I do think that's really nice, because when it's really over and you're in the middle of a drawing and your paint just runs out, this can really save you in a pinch. I think the red marker said everything we needed to know. It was so dead, and now it just became so vibrant and so full of color. So I do think that it's definitely worth a try. I'm definitely gonna keep on using this hack for sure, 100% with my markers from now on. So, wow, I don't know what to say. I'm surprised with some hacks and with others not so much. So let's go through them. So the digital art hacks for me were definitely the useful ones, you know? I think I'm gonna use them more regularly than I'd use any of the other ones, and I genuinely feel really, really stupid because the reference layer is something that could have helped me so much in the past, and the idiot that I am didn't know this was a thing, and I should have like researched it, right? I know that you can do this on Photoshop, but like I didn't know you could do this on actual Procreate, which is logical, you should, but I didn't think about it, so I didn't use it, you know? And the whole finding the layer thing is mind-blowing to me. Like, the fact that this actually exists and this actually happens is mind-blowing to me. Tell me you're a traditional artist without telling me you're a traditional artist. So I do think that from now on, those are definitely gonna be the most useful ones for me. Now, going into the other hacks. The gesso hack is pretty nice. I think it's pretty good, and it's definitely really impressive. I was really impressed with how opaque the paint becomes. I don't think it's 100% opaque, but I do think that it's opaque enough for me to be impressed with it, to be honest with you. And I do think it's definitely worth it if you're looking to like lighten a color. So instead of using your regular white, you know, acrylic paint, just use gesso instead and just, you know, use it to like change the colors. It's kind of too much work, but at the same time, if I know that I'm going to need like a base layer to be very opaque or something, I'm definitely gonna use that. Instead of having to make like a base layer of white, you can definitely just make the base layer any color you want with gesso and acrylic color that you want. So I do think that's gonna be useful in that sense. Now, the brushes hack was a bit gimmicky. So the thing is, I don't know if I used the right alcohol or not. Maybe it was the type of alcohol that I used, but it was definitely not as fast as it was for the girl in the TikTok. So for me, alcohol didn't actually work. It did soften them a little bit, but it was a really slow and tedious process, and it didn't actually do anything in the long run. So using acetone, I figured that it would work better because acetone removes a lot of stuff, including varnish, as we saw with the big brush. Yes, it did work with acetone, but it took me a long time. But I was there for like about 10 minutes, if maybe not more. It was just a lot. I had to scrub and scrub and scrub, and my hands look disgusting. Like, I've washed my hands with acetone and I still have like, I don't know, stuff on my fingers. It shouldn't be that messy. I don't know. I didn't want it to be that messy, but it did work in the end. It's better than nothing, and it's definitely better than hardened brushes. So I do guess that's pretty nice, and I can always use them in like to apply stuff that I don't really want to use expensive brushes like varnish, which is what I should have done with instead of using the big ones. So the last hack that we tried was the Copic hack, And to be completely honest with you, I loved it. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I definitely loved it, and I do think it worked really, really well, which is so good. It is a temporary hack, and I don't know how long it's going to last. Like, that is the definite question. Is it going to evaporate? That's the question, right? Like, we did see how long you can color with it until the paint runs off. I still think it's very useful, especially if you're like painting and in the middle of it your marker starts to run dry and you don't have a refill or anything like that. It's definitely going to be useful for that. I do think that this hack in particular would have been really useful for me on my Grinch art piece. I was running out of that red color. That's why I knew that color was running out, and it would have been so much nicer for me to have that hack and to be able to use it to help out in the coloring process. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun testing out these hacks, even though I have a huge migraine. As you can see, I am exhausted, and it's only because of this migraine. I still wanted to make content for you guys, and yeah, if you guys like this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you with me and to keep on watching my videos. I'm on Instagram and on TikTok, so you can definitely follow me there. The links will be down below. I also have a Ko-fi if you want to help support me. Also linked down below. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!